Power, peace, and power. I thank the universal truth and the absolute laws of nature for guiding me, protecting me, and giving me the strength to endure the imperfect. Giving me the strength to endure the imperfect. I shall attack with vigor, making progressive moves. A divine mind knows, a divine mind shows. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. Salute, salute, peace and power. I got a very hectic and busy schedule today. There's a lot going on, and a lot of things that I have to tend to. Some issues I let fly by. Certain statements I brush off. Certain foolishness I refrain from commenting on. But when we dealing with leadership, hip hop, the state of our young people, and what needs to be done, I'm always ready to do some correcting. Always ready to do some correcting. I don't use social media for clout. I don't use it for attention. This is a tool for whatever reason it was created for. We can utilize it as a tool to encourage, to uplift, to galvanize, to strategize, to communicate, to create a space and time where if we're on page, if we're on code, if we're moving in a proper direction and with structure, can change how we move, can change the outcome of a lot. This is powerful. So I never waste time. Never waste time on social media. It's not a marketing scheme for me. And I take issue with people when I see them play with it. And I stop in my tracks and say, does this need to be addressed? All right? Does this need to be addressed? And I think it does. I believe it does. So when I see an individual like Choke No Joke, someone who has at one time been the focal point of discussion, of view when it comes to hip hop, when it comes to his own personal experiences with it. Someone who was in the upper echelons of this, social media, whatever we want to call it now, existence. Someone who claimed to be knowledgeable, make statements, right? That can only be seen as an opportunity to redirect attention to themselves, got to say something. Got to say something. I have to say something. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, a man who has been at the forefront of every struggle, had no easy path to where he is. Just understand where he came from. From under, right? The Honorable Elijah Muhammad, under the great Malcolm X, to a point where he himself has become the leader of the Nation of Islam, bringing it back from bankruptcy and financial destruction many a times, and never allowing any of that to disturb his message for our people, and pointing out and showing us all who the enemy is. Giving plans, structures, behaviors, codes for all to follow. Never, ever quivering. This man is 88 years old. 88. Pushing 90. For anyone to call on him or ask him to engage in anything that has to do with us at this point is a disingenuous, disrespectful, borderline dummy at this point. This man, what more do you want from him? What more? Better yet, the example that the minister laid out for us all, our people, no matter if you were part of NOI, no matter if you were Orthodox Islam, no matter if you was a conscious, no matter if you were anything that you claim yourself to be, he made sure the message was pertinent to us all. What more do you want? When does he have the time and space to relax and enjoy whatever time he has to just fall back and rest? How dare you ask for the minister to intervene on some shit your ass should be intervening on? You were the voice for a long time. You had a nice little 2-year run or so, where people still feeding, donating to you, still watching you. At what point do you pick up the lead and move and take your ass out to Memphis and show them how it's supposed to be done? You talk about that. You talk about asking for atonement. You begging, please, please, please. What lessons from the minister have you followed? If you didn't follow the lessons, what make you think they gonna follow the lessons? So, Mr. No Joke, when you gonna step up? When you gonna stop crying and whining and playing victim to insert your shit back into the conversation? You serious? Does anybody know how to reach the minister? You serious? Mr. Dame Dash did this. Mr. Jay-Z did that. You got everybody. Contacts. You got contacts. Mr. I produce shows for BT. You got contacts. Why don't you tell them to assist you to get out there and get the work done? What are we doing? Matter of fact, what are you doing? This ain't on him. He did his work. He did his numbers. Disrespectful bastard. It is time, and this is for all of us. It's time. We are the leadership. Us. But you know what? When your punk ass is still trying to eat from the industry, yeah. When your punk ass is still trying to eat from the industry, you don't want to go hard with a true message. Because it's a quick fix. It's a real quick fix. In order for the bleeding to stop, in order for the bodies to stop dropping, the industry has to be shut down for a minute. Has to be a cleansing process. 'Cause the same dude you bigging up all the time, talking about being around and filming, those are bastards that got that regressive energy and behavior patterns and music making that feeds that energy to those little kids. Yeah. 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 That's where it's at. You can't reach the minister? You can't reach him, huh? You can reach Jay Prince, can't you? You could get Jay, can't you? You could get Ross, can't you? You could get a whole lot of them. You in the A, right? You can't reach out to none of them? Ha ha ha. Y'all gonna stop playing on this internet. There's a lot of them got blood on their hands. A lot of them. You got blood on your hands. So now, we gonna act like for the last 3-4 decades, we haven't watched the minister. We didn't see 4, 5, 6 marches on Washington. We didn't see none of that. We didn't learn the examples from the great comrade Dr. Khalid Muhammad. What more do you want the minister to do? Not only himself has he been an excellent example of leadership, but he birthed others. Are you part of the nation? So how dare you call on anyone to ask for him? It's a mosque right in Tennessee. I believe Mosque 55. Right on Vance. Ask them what type of time they on in the streets of Memphis. We're talking about the nation. They are all in mourning, grieving, because they know the transition is coming. And trying to find space in this new world. Yeah. When he transitions, where are they going to go? How are they going to move? What goals are going to be set? So you think right now they got time to listen to your ass? Talk about who's needed? You are needed. Get your ass out there. Georgia is not too far from Memphis. Not at all. Let him rest. He did his numbers. You trying to draw attention to yourself, huh? Just like all the rest of these cats. 30 rooms on Clubhouse. Can't even go on YouTube without somebody else discussing Dolph and this and that. Y'all eating off this shit. With not one solution. Not one. Mr. No Joke. Lay your ass down. Go somewhere, man. Go somewhere. If you not stepping up and getting in these streets like the rest of us is putting in the work, shut your ass up. Find you some content to talk about. Dare you? How dare you? Listen, to people of Memphis, believe our people are doing all that we can to try to figure this thing out. Trust and believe. It's a lot going on. And for the people who keep DMing me, inboxing me, and y'all got all these memes talking about all these individuals were signed to this particular label. Listen. The day y'all let some non-original have his hands in killing our babies, with all these so-called gangsters y'all got contact with, y'all let a non-original be looked at as the cause for the deaths of ours, and y'all don't step up? How dare you want anything from us or the people? You crazy? What black, what melanated person should still be associated with any of that if that's what y'all are saying? If that's what y'all believe in, he can still show his face. Y'all connecting him to 4 of our babies? But we supposed to respect these these so-called bosses and gangsters. And y'all allowing somebody to come in the culture and cause death, wreak havoc, and cause grief amongst the families. These men, young men, had children, mothers, wives, and y'all gonna tell me a non-original may be to blame for that? And y'all not doing shit? Wouldn't be on my watch. Wouldn't be on my watch. Straight up. So why you got these dudes talking peace between these dudes who ain't even busting a grape? Ye ain't busting a grape against Drake. Drake ain't busting a grape against Ye. Niggas ain't no gun clappers. So why you orchestrating beef? Ceasing. And the real work is down there in the gutter. How can I respect that? I respect the motherfucker that's going to tell me he endorsing liquor, he endorsing chicken, he endorsing sneakers. And you can't endorse the lives of the kids that's coming up after you. That y'all would let a non-original put hands on anybody. Listen, this is some sucker shit. And I ain't no sucker. But I'll tell you what, and this is me. I'm gonna go looking for doggy. That's why it's on my shit. If your punk ass ain't ready to get in the streets and put a play together to stop this dumb shit, stay the fuck off social media with that shit. And that's no joke. Coward. Asking an elder to come and do the shit you supposed to be doing. Bitch.